Motherwell strengthened their grip on third place with an impressive win in Inverness. The result ended Cally Thistle's run of 5 matches without defeat. Terry Butcher wasn't October's Clydesdale Bank Premier League Manager of the Month by accident, and his team looks high on confidence here as Johnny Hayes created the first chance of the game. Eric Odiambo laid it back and Nick Ross went close. Motherwell have every reason for belief in themselves as well, and flying winger Chris Humphrey gave an early demonstration of what he can do. A blistering change of pace, and from his cutback, John Sutton's shot produced a good save from Ryan Essen. That was matched at the other end by Motherwell keeper Darren Randolph as Inverness winger Hayes showed again how he's growing into his new role in the SPL. A clever shot and a smart stop. Motherwell made the breakthrough after 33 minutes. The Inverness defence was caught out by a quick corner. Stephen Saunders involved, and Humphrey crossed for Alan Gow to bundle the ball in. Essen tried to scoop it out, but it was clearly well over the line. The goalkeeper failing to make up for missing the cross in the first place, and Gow had to tangle with his own teammate Nick Blackman to get the scoring touch. Gow came close to extending Motherwell's advantage after Steve Jennings scrapped for possession in midfield. A sweet strike which had the beating of Essen and just a whisker away from 2-0. They did make it to a couple of minutes before half-time and fortune favoured Craig Brown's team. Blackman had a go at goal from 25 yards. His shot took a deflection off Inverness defender Grant Monroe and left keeper Essen helpless. The on-loan Blackburn striker had the good grace to look a little bashful, but that gave Motherwell a 2-0 half-time lead. Into the second half, and it should have been 3 for Motherwell after a quick counter-attack. Gow released Blackman, but rather than play in one of the 3 teammates who'd sprinted up alongside him, he went for it himself and missed the target. Inverness top scorer Adam Rooney had a chance to get a goal back after a quickly taken Stuart Duff free kick and enterprising play from defender Ross Tokley, but Rooney's header went too high. Cally Thistle did make it 2-1 15 minutes from time, and it was a cracker of a goal. Gavin Morrison's pass laid back by Rooney for Duff, and the midfielder rifled a shot past Randolph. Brilliant build-up from Inverness, an excellent finish from Duff, and that set up a grandstand finish. This couldn't have been much closer to a late equaliser. Young substitute Shane Sutherland's shot went just wide. Great entertainment supplied by both teams. Motherwell edged it in the end to stay out with the Old Firm, best of the rest. Dundee United climbed into 4th place in the league by winning at Hamilton, and star striker David Goodwillie ended a troubled week to score in his 6th successive SPL match. Aki should have been ahead inside the first minute. Marco Paixão robbed Keith Watson of the ball right on the byline and set up Dougie Imrie to head home. Referee Callum Murray had already given a goal kick, the officials having decided the ball had been out of play. They were wrong, the whole ball wasn't over the line and the goal should have stood. It wasn't only Goodwillie who started on the bench for United after his midweek arrest by police in Glasgow. Strike partner and skipper John Daly was dropped as well. On as subs came the pair of them, and immediately Daly had a chance to score. He didn't get enough connection on Prince Boisben's pass to beat Thomas Cherney. There was something inevitable about Goodwillie deciding the outcome of the match. There were 14 minutes left when United's top scorer made headlines of the right variety with the only goal of the game. Hamilton's Martin Canning misjudged the cross and left Goodwillie with all the time he needed to take a couple of touches and find the net. From villain to hero for Goodwillie, and a typical poacher's goal to claim the points. There was still time for Akis to have one last attempt at rescuing a point, and it was Argentinian striker Damian Castelnuovo, released by United, who nearly denied his old team all 3 points. Keeper Dusan Pernis beaten as the shot rattled back off the crossbar. Hamilton will feel hard done by on that early refereeing decision. It's onwards and upwards for Goodwillie and United. Kilmarnock are on the up and up in the SPL after a second successive 3-0 win away from home, this time against St Johnstone in Perth. The home team lost injured midfielder Murray Davidson midway through the first half, but still saw this looping header from his replacement Cleveland Taylor bounce off the top of the crossbar. It wasn't the only time the Saints winger would hit the frame of the goal. Liam Craig's cross set up the chance, and Taylor did well to get the better of Kilmarnock defender Ben Gordon in that aerial tussle. St Johnstone looking to respond to back-to-back defeats at home to Celtic. Kilmarnock, though, were on a high after the emphatic defeat of Hearts at Tynecastle last time out, and they took the lead after 36 minutes. Left-back Gordon, on loan from Chelsea, took advantage of Dave Mackay's slip, and his cutback went in off St Johnstone's former Chelsea defender Michael Dewberry. The 19-year-old defender has big potential and made the most of his opportunity here when he got in behind the Saints' defence. It was an awkward ball for Dewberry to deal with. The own goal gave Kilmarnock a 1-0 half-time lead. Into the second half, and Saints substitute Taylor was about to continue his close relationship with the crossbar, this time the one at the other end. It was Dewberry who worked the ball his way, and the shot with the outside of his right foot couldn't have been struck much better. Kilmarnock dealt with the fallout as St Johnstone tried to keep the pressure on. But Taylor was entitled to feel that deserved better. Cammy Bell was a beaten keeper and mighty relieved to see the swerving strike stay out. That could so easily have squared the game, but Kilmarnock were about to find the killer touch. They seemed to cope much better with a sticky playing surface, which was the subject of a pitch inspection an hour from kick-off. Alexei Yeremenko to Craig Bryson, and the Killie captain took his time before threading a pass through to Connor Salmon. He turned away from the flimsy challenge of Kevin Rutkiewicz and slipped the ball under Graham Smith. That was 7 minutes from time, and that was game over. Poor defending from the Perth team, and they were now tumbling to a third straight home defeat. Salmon scored the second goal in Edinburgh the previous weekend, and again he showed great composure in front of goal. It was a similar combination of clinical finishing and sloppy defensive work which brought about the third Kilmarnock goal in end-of-match stoppage time. Rutkiewicz couldn't get the ball away from substitute Danny Invincible, and he set up Liam Kelly to place his shot in the corner of the net. Another impressive showing from Mixu Patalainen's Kilmarnock, who were bottom of the SPL and winning more plaudits than points before they beat Hearts. This latest 3-0 win in Perth hoists them away from the relegation zone and up to 7th place. The full weekend story: there was a record SPL scoreline, Celtic 9, Aberdeen 0. Rangers, though, kept their place as league leaders by winning at St Mirren. Edinburgh bragging rights belong to Hearts after Derby success at the home of Hibs. Motherwell maintained their hold on third place with victory in Inverness. David Goodwillie retained his hero status with Dundee United's winner at Hamilton. And Kilmarnock won 3-0 on the road for the second successive weekend. Your complete check on all the SPL results: a record 9-0 win for Celtic against Aberdeen. Dundee United won 1-0 at Hamilton. Hibs 0, Hearts 2 in the Edinburgh Derby. Motherwell were 2-1 winners in Inverness. 3-0 Kilmarnock against St Johnstone in Perth. And 3-1 for Rangers against St Mirren in Paisley. As you were for the Old Firm, Celtic's goal difference got a big boost, but they're still a point behind unbeaten Rangers. Motherwell stay third on 19. Hearts and Dundee United stay together on 17. Inverness